evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesday. Well, there's only one woman crushing it this Wednesday because Crystal has golden gloves and Nika is working. So I have my co-host, D Style. D Style, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very well. Shout out to everybody.
Good, good, good. We're gonna have a very juicy show, a very good show. I think there's so much to talk about, and so
Sure.
let's get it started. First of all, we had an amazing card last weekend. Like I wasn't disappointed with the Sebastian Fundora and the
Whew.
flute
I knew it
player.
was over when he uploaded that video with the flute. I knew it was over. That's it.
Yeah,
He's
you knew
done.
that was it.
I knew it.
That was over. Did you feel like it was going to be a TKO as devastating as it was?
Not that devastating. I did not think Fundora would come out round one hurting Keith Thurman, and then of course continuing to just like beat down Fundora for the rest of the fight. I did not think that was going to happen. I don't think no. Thurman didn't even come close to winning a round. To be honest with you, that
No,
was a thorough domination. And this Fundora 2.0, just as tall, just as ferocious. Right, still gets on the inside and mixes it up, but he picks his spots a lot better now. He
he did.
dictates when he's going to fight you on the inside now. He's using his length, he's using his jab. Must have learned a thing or two from his sister. So I mean, he is fighting smarter now. And all for years everyone got on him. He's a tall guy.
Hmm.
Why does he fight that way? And but he was still
I
winning
was
fights.
one. I was one of them.
But yeah, but here's the thing. Now that he's fighting more on the outside, using his jab, using his height, when guys do manage to close distance on him, well, guess what? He knows how to fight on the inside. You
He did.
still got to deal with him on the inside. It really has helped make him a very versatile fighter. He's always been high volume.
Hmm.
A lot of
Hmm.
times when these guys are tall and have length, they tend to be a little too cautious and completely avoid fighting on the inside. This is a different animal, and it makes him very dangerous in his division.
Well, not only high volume, along with what everything that you're saying, like he does not. He has a gas tank. He does not slow down. You
Mm.
don't see him huffing and puffing. You don't see his mouth open because he's out of shape or whatever. So his conditioning is on point 100%. But I was one of those people. Like in the beginning, I was like this big old guy and he fights on the inside, mid and close. Like he used to use his reach. People shouldn't even be getting
Yeah.
in touching him at all. Like Tim Zhu, come on, he touched him. He touched him a few times
Mm.
until
Sure.
he got cracked. But this, it seems like every time Fundora gets in the ring, he just gets better and better and better.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, I did a show with Lyndon Hoskins from Australia yesterday, and he
Hmm.
mentioned this, and I want your thoughts on this. So, he basically has a theory that when in that fight when Tim Tszyu got cut,
Hmm.
and he was kind of hazy or whatever because of the
Yeah,
blood.
he couldn't. Yeah,
I think in that fight he realized. I think his corner told him, "Hey, just stay on the. He can't touch you. Just stay on the outside. Use your jab." And I
yeah,
think he realized after that fight, well, I don't need my opponent to get cut to do that. I could just keep doing
exactly.
that, right?
Absolutely.
And it's worked wonders for him. But again, I mean, fights great on the outside, but the fact that he fought so long on the inside makes him very versatile.
Well, the thing is this, just as a coach, look. So I don't even think that that was a eureka moment for his coaches. I think probably
Mm.
been telling him that,
Yeah.
but it's a eureka moment for the boxer because a lot of times you
Mm.
train your boxers to do certain things and they just continue doing them until one day it just clicks in a fight or before a fight, whatever, it just clicks. Everything that you've been doing, the muscle memory, it just kicks. So I think it was more of that. Like I think it was more of the progression. He was still young and he's still young. And now he is progressing because every time he steps in the ring, like I said before, we see a better Fundora.
Yeah.
And that performance was absolutely phenomenal. But before we
Yeah.
go further, let's talk about Thurman first. Okay.
Sure.
Has he elevated, or that's the right word, is he a gatekeeper or is he not quite there yet?
I think Keith Thurman should probably call it a day. And the reason I'm saying that is it's not because he lost. Fighters lose. It is what it is, right? It's and it's not even just how he lost. It's the fact that he's been so inactive. He's fought 3 times since his loss to Manny Pacquiao in 2019. You're not active enough. You haven't fought enough, and because it's either retire, right,
Hmm.
or be an active fighter. But he's 37 years old. Does he really
Yeah.
have time to do that? Does he want to do that? Like Keith Thurman has done very well for himself. He made quite a few millions throughout his career. I would hope he invested, and I think he probably did because he hasn't been that active.
Yeah.
So I think he should call it a day. To be honest with you, I don't see him beating any of the top guys in this division. It's not just the age; it's just that these guys are really, really good, and they're all active fighters.
Hmm.
And that's just
Hmm.
not something. I think Keith Thurman, if Keith Thurman saw his better days, he's already seen them. Nothing. Look, he was a unified welterweight champion of the world. Nothing to be ashamed of. But if he wants to have a swan song, maybe he could do that. Like maybe fight the winner of Spence Zoo or something like that, and then call it a day. That's what I think he should do if he sticks around. But if he stays around, I just think they're going to use him as a, like you mentioned, you said the word gatekeeper. Yeah, I
Right.
think they'll use him for that. But I don't think Keith Thurman wants to stay around for that. What
Hmm.
I'm interested in knowing is what he was thinking. Like what I don't know if you saw the post fight.
Well, he was thinking that the ref jumped in there like a rabbit, and stopped it too soon because he said that the ref said before the fight that as long as you're moving your feet, I'm not going to jump in there. And he said I was moving my feet.
Yeah, and he was also Christine moving his head, but it was
Mhm.
because of Fundura's punches, right?
Yeah, I was
So the
gonna say
head was moving.
I don't think that it was called too soon. As a matter of fact, I was screaming, throwing the towel like the round before. You
Yeah,
know,
like it was, and it was getting worse, right?
there was
And
no
but
coming
he,
back.
according to Keith Thurman, he was about to get started. He's like, I was about to get him. No, okay,
Yeah,
well,
and see,
probably should have started sooner.
this is why I asked you about what he's going to do next because just because of that interview, we see
Mhm.
what kind of man he is. Okay, he's pro, he's machismo, and he's thinking, I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to go out like that. I still got it. I think that if he does get back in the
I
ring, it's
mean,
going to be to prove something. But I'm
I
with
mean,
you. If
the
he if
ref
he
did his job.
if he's going, the ref definitely did his job. If he's going to fight somebody, it should be the winner out of Errol Spence and Tim Zoo, or maybe he can get Danny Garcia. But I'm just saying, like but I don't see. I think it would be definitely be a prideful thing. In my opinion.
Well, look, I get it that he's upset that the ref stopped it, but him thinking I don't want to go out like that. Well, how did you want to go out? Because it was
Yeah.
going to look a lot worse for you. Did you
Yeah.
want to become a meme, like laid out on the ground or something? Like,
Right.
what
Right.
exactly
Right.
did you want, bro? Like, if anything, the ref kind of saved you from a viral moment like that. But like, he lets you like, look, you're gonna fight. You don't want to stop the fight. It's okay to feel like I'm a warrior. I'll go out on my shield. That's cool, but Thurman also needs to understand that the ref's most important job is to protect the fighter from himself, right? So
Yes.
like the ref is doing his job, and one more thing, Christine. All right,
Hmm.
like he brought up Eric Morales. Did you see his face? And
Yes, I
people have
saw
fought
that.
with orbital bones
And
before.
mine
First of
wasn't
all,
broken. I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but like Maidana was getting hit back by Morales
Hmm.
though, right?
Exactly.
Like he was hitting
Great
him
point.
back. Like this
Right.
was not a two-sided fight. If you were hitting Fundora back, the ref does not step in and stop it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
Exactly.
you what, because you're Keith Thurman, because you're a former unified champion, that's why I think the ref let it go on another 2 rounds rather
Yeah.
than stopping
One to
around
two
4.
rounds too many.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. 100%. I'm with you on that. Shout out MAW 1231. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody that's tuned in to the chat, please, yes, the like button and share. And then let's go back. Let's go to the champ. Let's go to Fundora. Like, we've got we've got, it was just, Boots and Xander, are going, which I'm very excited about, you know.
Love it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Fundora step up to the winner fight. I think that would be great. Honestly, I'm not very excited. People are talking about, Jermel Charlo. I don't care to fight. Talk about inactivity and
I mean,
who does Fundora need to fight next, in your opinion?
look, if I'm not gonna lie to you, if I'm Fundora, yeah, I'll take Jermel. Like if they're gonna pay me to beat Jermel, who's a
Yeah.
name, and I think inactive as you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't won a round since
Mm-hmm.
before. Like who did he fight before
No, I
Canelo?
get it.
Right?
It's definitely day. I get that part of it. But as a boxing head, I don't care to
You
see
know,
it.
now as a fan, I'm like
Yeah.
I agree with you, right? Um, but who should I mean? Who's he like? Virgil's fighting Golden Boy instead of other fighters and trying to get out of
Yeah.
a contract. So there's that going on. And then Boots gonna fight Xander. So maybe Josh Cowley.
I thought about Josh Kelly, and I would rather see Josh Kelly than Charlo. Honestly, I would.
I just wish though that Fundora would stop saying things like at the post fight. Yeah, I'll fight the other champions, but I'll just drop the belt after I beat them. Like, well, then they're not gonna make the unification, bro. They're not gonna
Right.
like they're not gonna sanction the fight when
Right.
you
I don't
say
know.
stuff
I
like
don't know
that
why. I don't. Why does he? You think he says that?
because he thinks he was basically mistreated by the WBO.
Okay. If he was
Frankly.
mistreated, then just leave it all together now. You
But we
know
know
what
what
I'm
that's
saying?
about. Like the WBO wanted to sanction Crawford, and that side was acting a certain way about it. If that's his way of saying they mistreated me, then it is what it is. Like,
Yeah. Well, then don't even fight for the belt. Like, don't even put the belt
but
on the
wasn't
line.
Xander
The
his
chance.
mandatory, and he didn't do that fight? That's why
Yes.
Xander fought for the WBO too. So
Yes. 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 Absolutely.
that's not mistreating you, brother. It's just like you got to fight the mandatories. You got to fight the
Fight the
people that
mandatory.
are
That's
there.
it. Yeah. But you know what? He's young. He's got people talking in his ear. It's just it is what it is.
Well, sister
Um.
is unifying.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing the winner, out of Boots and Xander. And speaking of that fight, who do you have your money on? I mean, I got $1. You got $1?
Oh man, that fight came a lot sooner than I thought it would.
Hey, you gotta start getting those
Before I
wheels
tell you who's
turning.
gonna win, like, and I want all boxing fans to hear me here, okay?
Okay, well they're
Um,
all tuned in now.
if whoever loses this fight, as boxing fans, do yourself a favor and don't shit on the loser because that's why these guys don't take these chances,
Yeah, and
right?
that's true. And they're both
Both
great
guys, win, lose, or
for the
draw, should be
brain.
praised for making this fight. Xander should be praised for making this fight
Mm-hmm.
this soon, often trying to fight the best guys.
Agree.
And I don't want to see any. Oh, he got exposed if he loses, and
You know how they do. You know how they
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. If you want these guys to step up and you want them all to fight each other, you need to stop caring about that. Oh, right. You need to
Mm-hmm.
start letting these guys fight so we can find out who's who in these divisions. So with
Yep.
that said, look, I really like Xander. I really do. I interviewed him when he was 18 years old. Right, and I'll be rooting for him.
Yeah, me too.
But
Me
I do
too.
think Boots wins the fight.
Do you really? Wow.
I do.
Wow.
I think Boots wins.
Mm.
I do think it's a tough fight for. I don't think it's going to be another like easy walkthrough for him. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I do think Boots takes it. I get that Xander is a unified champion and all that, but and Boots hasn't really done anything in this division.
Right.
But look,
And
like
that's why I feel like Xander wins.
yeah, but
But also I'm
yeah,
also happy and I'm applauding Boots for finally fighting a real champion. So
I just
kudos
think
to him for that.
I personally think that Boots has like more experience here um, in this fight, and
Okay.
I also think he just has this natural talent. He's a great athlete,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I don't know I think Boots wins it like 8 rounds to 4.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Bookmark this. I'm
Let's go.
gonna.
You got a
I'm
dollar or what?
until I see something, and he don't have to prove shit to me as far as any other than
For
I'm
sure,
just a
yeah.
boxing fan. Until I really see something from Boots, I just can't just wholeheartedly think that he's going to win. Like I haven't
Look,
seen it.
not that there's anything wrong with being a fan. Being a fan is great, right?
It's yeah.
But
We're the
you're not
ones that
just
are
a
buying
fan,
these pay per
right?
views
You're
for
a
the
trainer of multiple fighters. You've trained a fighter to win a world
Yeah,
championship. You're a little
yeah.
more than a fan.
Hmm.
But that aside, okay, not that I want to hype you up here and get you all
I
like,
mean,
you know
you
what I
can
mean.
hype me
But
up. Go ahead.
you know what I mean. But I do want to say this. I do hope Xander wins. I'm a bigger fan of Xander, but I got to put my bias aside. I do think Boots wins
Yeah,
the
and I
fight.
want you to know that I already like saved the part where you said that you feel like Boots gonna win. So whenever Xander wins, I'm gonna like blast it everywhere. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna win the dollar. I think.
No, I'm definitely gonna dollar. I'm definitely gonna win the dollar. But we'll see. I'm excited. You know what? I'm very excited about that fight. I mean, it's exciting. We need some excitement in boxing. Like, and I'm not saying there's not need. When these fights come around, this is like yes, like yeah, I'm staying home. Like, I've got to be there to watch the fight. Um,
Sure.
today's first. There's a lot of fools out there, a lot of suckers out there. There was
Right.
some. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
know what I could do? Like if Xander wins, I could just be like, look at the date. It was an April Fool's joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could just say that.
Yeah, you're saved. You're saved. You're saved. We've seen some crazy posts, some crazy videos. I don't know. We were talking about one earlier.
Oh man.
And would you care to on that?
Well, look, I'm gonna spare everybody the details, and I'm sure a lot of you already seen the post, but I'm not gonna be graphic like like this guy was on Pierce Morgan. But Wilder, Deontay Wilder went into great detail about where he climaxed on his girl on her stomach, and for some reason, not being graphic makes it sound worse. But
Yeah, seriously,
but, but apparently he's accusing her of running to the restroom, locking the door, and injecting herself with his stuff to get pregnant. To lock him in because she was a promiscuous woman, and he knows this because he read it on her diary.
first of all,
And
don't trust the man that's reading your diary. Just saying.
I mean, and he knows this because he read a diary in a journal.
She
And
might have been writing a
again,
story. She might have been writing,
and according to Deontay Wilder, she did this because she never had a good man before him, and she wanted to lock him in, right? But then he says that this lacks logic. But then he says, well, she didn't think that I was gonna not want to terminate the pregnancy when she did. She tried to get rid of the pregnancy. I wanted her to keep the baby. She didn't think I was gonna do that because she thought she was gonna be able to lock me in again. Like I don't even know where like what are we doing, bro? She already got you locked in. Like you know what I
right.
mean?
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
terminate the pregnancy to do it again? Like what are we doing here exactly, right? But yeah, that's Deontay Wilder's whole thing, and he just basically ragged all over the baby mama. But yeah,
You know what? Listen, I'm just gonna say this. This is like not even about the. This is about StreamYard. Like they changed the whole setup, and I didn't
mm-hmm.
see half of these comments because I was on Starred, and now I'm on live. I don't know if you noticed the change up, but you know what? Okay, we're gonna get it together. Micah got off. Good, good. Yeah, that was kind of creepy, and I'm thinking your daughter's gonna see this.
Oh,
I thought that was really talk about.
but play
Is
the
it there?
amount of men that I saw like, oh yeah, that's why you can't trust these women. Like believing his really inconsistent story. Like the story doesn't even add up.
It doesn't add up. And yeah, oh, these women. Okay. Anyway, it's funny. You're like talking about the mother of your child. You're exposing her. Whatever. That's not very honorable. Red Corner
But why
Boxing.
would she
Shout
do
out to Red
that?
Corner.
well, why would you do all that to then want to terminate the pregnancy, but you didn't want to terminate the pregnancy?
Right.
Then why
Right.
would she
Yeah.
get herself pregnant to begin with? Like what?
It doesn't make any sense.
I guess you could have a change of heart, but just the way he kind of said it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, corner boxing, yeah, I mean he does have a fight coming up. Let's start a buzz. Let's start a buzz because honestly, I'm not buzzed about it.
100%.
You?
No.
Yeah, I'm.
I mean, but I do think who do you got winning this fight?
I haven't
Because
even.
I will say it is an intriguing fight because I
It
really
is
don't know who's going to win.
intriguing because I would think that both would lose. Both would. It would be a draw. It would be like it's not going to be. I don't know. I don't care about that fight. I will watch it just as I'm a boxing head, but I don't care about it. Who do you have
And
winning?
by the way, is it illegal to like get
Give me a
somebody's
turkey
diary and then put
baster?
their business out there? I
Yeah,
think it's
exactly.
illegal
That's
in some
slander. I
states.
mean, she could like sue him for defamation. Just saying. Who do you
I mean,
have?
if all she wants is your money, yeah, give her a reason to sue you, bro. That's brilliant, right?
You
But
should-
again, and you said it, mother of his child.
Yeah, come on.
Even if it's true, like why are you even talking about this on Piers Morgan? Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
exactly.
Um,
And I mean, your child's gonna see it one day. Come on, man. That's their mom. That's her mom. Like, come on.
yeah, that story that this didn't add up, by the way. But I will say to the fight, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Hard.
go with Wilder, and the reason I'm gonna go with Wilder, there's a big difference between both guys.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is openly saying, "This is my swan song. I'm done with boxing. Last fight." The other guy's talking, and he wants to continue.
Yeah.
I got to favor the guy that wants to continue. He's got more to fight for, you would think,
Okay.
right? So I still think it's 50-50, but I'm going to go with Wilder.
I'm with Red Corner Boxing and Ed Woodson. I'm
Okay.
with Chisora. Like I think Wilder is not all there. He's still, even though we saw a glimmer of hope. He was throwing his jab, and he was with Derek James. I mean, not Derek James. I'm sorry, what's his name? The soft P guy who did soft porn. Gosh,
Oh my God, you're talking about Scott.
yes,
What's his first name?
I
Is it?
his
What's his
coach.
first name?
I forget. Oh my God, somebody help me in the chat. Who is
Something
his?
Scott. OnlyFans Scott.
Yeah,
Malik
yeah, yeah.
Scott. There we
Malik
go.
Scott. Thank you, thank
I
you.
kept
Yeah.
thinking of names and I knew it wasn't those names. So I'm like, I was thinking Liam Scott. It's not Liam. Like, you know what I mean? I just couldn't think of the name Malik Scott.
I said I'm in London, but I will not be Sora Wilder on Saturday. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
don't either. Yes, Malik Scott. So you see a little glimmer, like maybe a first round, and he'll throw his jab a little bit, and then boom, he goes back.
Hey, I will
Looking
say
for,
though,
that right hand.
Chisora has a really good inside game. If
He does.
and Wilder has no inside game, right? But my only thing is that you could knock out Chisora. Like David Hay knocked him out years ago, right? And he had an explosive right, so I could only imagine what Wilder could do with his right hand.
Well, we're gonna see. I mean, Chisora's gonna have to stand right directly in front of it. I'm just saying. Um,
Mhm.
Daniel, you're so funny. Hey, now he's married. He married the. He left his past life. He left his whatever, his career that he had on
Is
Instagram.
Dubois
He
Harper
married
this
the
weekend
the
too?
the commentator on
Mhm.
the Zone, I think.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. Hey, this one I don't blame him. I do not blame him, Mr. Hakan. Like, yeah, going to Red Corner Boxing, Dubois and Harper. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only place to go. The only place to
Looking
go.
forward
And
to
and
that
I
one. Yeah.
and let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. Because in this matchup with Dubois and Harper, people are already talking about like the triangle theory, which
Mhm.
I'm not a believer in. And we'll touch on that. But before we do, who do you have winning this fight and why?
Oh, look, I have Dubois winning all day.
Hmm.
I just think, and it's just simply because I just think she's a better fighter than Harper. Harper has also been in a lot of wars, a lot of fights. She's a good fighter, Harper. Obviously, she's a multi-division world champion. But another
Absolutely.
thing, Harper does struggle a lot with girls that are explosive, and I think Dubois is an explosive fighter. She also has a lot of skill behind it as well.
Yes.
And I honestly, I don't know one thing Harper does better than Dubois. If you know one, you tell me.
I don't. I don't. I'm with you. Like I've got Dubois 100%. As a matter of fact, I mean, I'm kind of worried because Harper always keeps her head straight down the middle, straight on the line.
I
And
think she's
Dubois,
gonna knock out. I think she's stopping Harper.
I think she's stopping her too. Like Dubois is very good with her lead hand and her backhand. And her backhand, I mean, that power shots. Thank
I'll
you
tell
so
you
much,
another
Red
thing about
Corner.
Harper, though. The one thing about Harper is this, right? I've just noticed this, and I've noticed this about her for a while, right? When she was at 130, if you remember, Michaela Mayer was the other titleist there,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And I remember Mayer would like call her out, like on social
Yeah.
media,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I still haven't forgotten how Harper
Yeah.
like really took it to heart. She was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's picking on me, she's trying to bully
She
me,
said
like
the
it's like,
same thing about Caroline, that she's a bully, and I mean,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on, this
and
is
it's like I
boxing.
think she's confusing, like bro, like you're a fighter, you're a world champion.
Right,
She's a
exactly.
fighter. She wants your belt. Like they want to fight you.
No,
Like they're supposed to.
yeah,
You're not just some innocent girl in the school
those are
ground. These
red
bullies are
flags.
coming.
Yeah, working at, whatever, the local pizza spot, and she's coming in there picking on you.
Yeah,
You, you,
this damsel in distress here. Like you're a lioness too.
yeah,
And
that's
they
like,
want.
yeah,
What are
I don't like that little
but
innocent girl stuff.
yeah,
I
and
don't
I
like
do
it.
think like when Bumgarner got in her face at the weigh-in, I do think it intimidated her. I really
Yeah,
do.
for sure, mentally.
Harper does better when it's respectable and this and that. But I
But
like,
that makes for a very boring build up and fight. Like,
yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, like, she seems to get flustered. Like I'm not gonna say intimidated, but I think she gets
yeah,
flustered.
I say flustered. I agree with
Like
you.
Sandy Ryan kind of flustered her too. Like at the
Absolutely.
like when
Um,
Sandy said, I think she's emotionally weak, and then you could just tell it was like
I,
it was
I
bothering
agree.
her.
I agree. I agree. I want to know, Red
So
Corner. You said I've unfortunately got Dubois, but want Terry. But why, unfortunately, and why? Why do you want Harper?
and unfortunately,
I'm just saying. Thank you. Why?
man,
Like,
unfortunately, that sounds rough. Like a man, I can't believe I
I
don't want her
know
to
why.
win.
Unfortunately, like she is
Like
like part
man,
of the future. Yeah.
unfortunately, I got to pay my bills, but I need the light on. Like but no, like look, Caroline should win this fight, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think she stops her in under four.
Yeah. I think she stopped her. I'm saying six. You say four. I say six.
Yeah.
Hakan, because you met Terry, does that mean you're going for Terry, or are you going for the young lioness Caroline Dubois?
Mm.
Red corner. Okay.
A lot of wars for Harper too, by the way.
Okay. So Red Corner Boxing said, "I love Terry. She's a friend of Red Corner Boxing." The thing that this, like, when we do these shows and like when we do interviews, it's we are sometimes biased emotionally because like Caroline has given me two interviews, but that's not why I'm biased. Like I really do feel like her skill set is going to
Well,
dominate.
she hasn't given me
But
an interview, and I'm still picking her.
well, I'm just saying. But I interviewed her before all of this signing and everything. I don't know if she'll give me one now,
Sure.
but we'll find out, right? But uh but what I'm saying is I get it, red corner boxing, because we meet these people in life, but I still try to be non-biased, but it is hard. So I get it. I get it. So we both agree here on the panel that Dubois is going to win. Okay, now let's talk about the triangle theory because I want to know your thoughts on that. So, Rishin is going to be fighting Alicia Baumgartner. I think it's on the 16th.
Mhm.
and Caroline has already beat her, and I thought it was very clear. And then Harper, fought Alicia. Um, thought the stoppage was not warranted. I don't know. I gotta go
What
back
against
and watch it.
Alicia?
Yeah,
Nah,
Harper and
that was a
Alicia.
good. Like Harper, like didn't like
Harper
she like
turned her head. She turns
she
her
had
head.
like she Harper did like the like. Have you seen the Heisman Trophy? She did the football pose, like you know what I mean. It's just staying in
She
place
turned
like
her
for a second.
head, and then the ref
No,
just
no,
went
they
off
turned
without
her head.
even he didn't give her an
Her
eight
head got
count.
turned. Like you know what I mean. Like it got turned.
He did not give her an eight count or anything, and then he
There was no need for it.
automatically
She was
boom.
out.
Maybe
She
he
was out of it.
saw her eyes roll in the back of her head, and she was passed out, standing up, and she was going to fall to the ground. I don't know.
No, no,
To
no, no.
me,
Like you got to
I
rewatch
wasn't
it.
for the stoppage. I'm not saying that.
Rewatch it.
I'm not saying Alicia was not winning or was winning. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I got to go back and
No.
watch it because I don't know. I don't know.
Like she turned around at the Heisman Trophy
She
pose.
just,
Those I don't know what it is. She had a pose. She was a frozen in place like, for 3 seconds,
yeah, for a half a
looking
second,
over there somewhere. I don't know where she was looking at, but like it was just like whoa. And then
a
yeah,
half a
it
second,
didn't look
bro,
good.
a half a second.
No, you guys should go look
Daniel.
at it. She was out of it. She was
Okay,
out.
we're gonna watch it again. Thank
She was
you. Thank
literally
you,
out. I
Daniel.
never seen
Thank you,
someone so
Daniel.
out of it.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Um,
Like she
Harper
was
was,
out on her feet, like
oh,
out.
out on her feet. I thought you said on her feet. I didn't see her face. I didn't see her eyes. I saw the back of her head. I saw the back
No,
of.
no,
Okay.
it
Okay. So, but okay. So
it was
okay.
brutal. That was a
Okay, she was
brutal knockout.
brutally stopped. Okay, she was
Yeah.
brutally stopped. Okay, so again, let's go back to the triangle theory. Okay, so we're like Alicia beat Harper. Okay, Harper's gonna fight Caroline.
Hmm.
Caroline beat Rishin. She's about to fight Alicia. So let's say, okay, Caroline is going to beat Harper. Alicia's gonna beat Rishin. What does that
Sure.
mean? What does that mean with them coming together eventually whenever Alicia moves up 135? Does that
Well,
tell you who's going to win between that?
yeah. Well,
The
here's the thing. Like, what was it? Like round two? I forget what round it was when Bumgarner stopped Harper. Right.
Yeah, it was
Um.
early. Yeah.
Like, look. Let's say it goes. Let's say Dubois goes to full 10 with Harper, or stops her later, sixth, seventh round, something like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I could already see like the Bumgarner stopped her faster. She's better
Yeah.
than like.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean that at all because everyone approaches a fight differently and fights differently and
Yeah.
Harper that night is not the same Harper that showed up against Bumgarner. There's so many variables here,
Very
and
very
if
many.
the same the other way around, if Bumgarner has a tougher fight than Dubois did against the same girl, then it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Um, who I think wins is it's specifically you know between them. It's the way it is. That's the way I
That's
see
how I
it.
feel too. Like I'm so like, but people use it all the time. We see it all the time where people want to use that triangle theory, to say who's going to
Yeah.
win, who's not going to win. A fight is a fight. It's different than sparring. It depends on who's in front of you, their styles. When people say, "Oh, styles make fights," well, it's not just a cliche. It's true. It does.
Well,
So,
styles make fights for sure,
yes,
right?
yeah,
But I'm going to tell you right now. But levels determine results. All right.
that's true. That's true.
So
That's true. That's very true. Now we saw. Speaking of Cecilia Brækhus, we saw. I know it was an April Fool's joke. Rick Ramos posted that his wife was coming back. Did you see that?
oh, you're talking about McCaskill coming back
McCaskill.
supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. So
I mean,
like that is an April Fool's joke, and I wasn't gonna comment. I wasn't gonna be ugly
but
because
why?
nobody is
Maybe it
calling
is,
for
but
her to come back.
what? Like maybe it
No,
is an April Fool's joke, but why?
nobody
What do
is
you
calling for her
say?
to come back.
Okay.
I did not give her a nickname. I did not give her her nickname. There is a nickname that she has, McCat skill, no skill. That is just out there. So, but I knew it was an April Fool's joke. God bless her. I'm so glad that she got out of the business
You
and
don't
she's
know where that
healthy.
nickname came from, sis?
No, I don't know where it came from. Somebody gave it to her. I don't know. Red
Okay.
Corner Box said Jess is coming back. Oh, so it's
Maybe. I mean, well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. It's an April Fool's joke.
so he said it's not an April Fool's joke. Okay, so
Yeah, but people say an April Fool's joke is not an April Fool's joke all the time. So,
yeah,
but what weight class is she coming back at exactly?
that there was no content after
Mm.
that context after that. It was just she's
Like, would it
coming
be
back.
154 or 147? You know, like I don't.
I don't know. I don't. I was thinking. Okay, so I forgot it was April Fools. I saw a bunch of stuff on X today, and I was like, I forgot. Like I
No,
really did. I forgot to husband that I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because I forgot it was April Fools. So when I saw it, I was like, so the first thing I thought was, okay, all these women are getting paid now, and all
mm,
these women are getting signed, to MVP
yeah,
women. And so, okay, this is why money, why not,
sure,
But I personally don't support it.
no bueno.
No bueno. Although I think women should be able to do whatever they want. Let me just put that out there
Sure,
too. I personally, as a fan, don't care to see it. My
makes
opinion.
sense. I agree with you.
Okay, so let's move on because something else. Shauna Brown needs a sign. Yeah, Shauna Brown needs signing. She's young. I think she's like, isn't she young? Okay, yes. Listen to this. What I say, what's up with Prince Naheem saying over. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something else. Okay, and then Hakan says that she is very close to being signed by MVP, which is good. Like the more females I say sign, the better because the better fights we get. Um,
Yeah, I think Barrera's older in the scene, by the way. So this idea that he was ducking him till like till what? Till he got older. What?
yeah, yeah, that was random, but yeah. What did I
By
say?
the
What's
way, what's with Nassim Hamed looking like?
He's
You
enjoying
know,
life.
he's looking like Andy Ruiz out here. Like, what's
He's
going
enjoying
on,
life,
little?
bro. He's enjoying
I
life,
mean,
bro.
my God, like I'm looking at the guy. It's like Jesus Christ, you let go.
Hey,
You
he's
know,
enjoying his life. He does not have to train anymore or watch what he
dude's looking
eats.
like the kingpin from Spider Man, bro. Like, God damn, like I'm just Jesus Christ.
So
You have
look,
to measure the whole equator to
listen.
make this guy a
I got
belt.
let's talk about bias. Like I am biased because I do believe that Tierra Brown is like one of the, if not the, like greatest female boxers. Like I'm just saying. Like and I'm not biased as I guess I know her. I love her. I
I
think she's
agree.
amazing, but her skill set speaks for itself. And she's not a big talker as far as talking shit or whatever. She's quiet, more humble. So maybe that is why, she has not been put out there more. I mean, after she beat Sky Nicholson, we should still be fucking talking about it today.
Yeah, but on women's celebration day, whatever they call it, like the zone puts Sky Nicholson front and center, right?
Exactly. That's
And I'm
my
just thinking to
point.
myself, like, what's going on here? What the hell is like
Right.
Sky to be front and center? They had like Katie Taylor and Shields like in little corners. Like I'm just like thinking to
Exactly.
myself, what's
Like
going on
I
here?
don't get it. I don't get I mean, I get it because we get it, but we don't get it, you know.
I mean,
Um, and then I saw an interview where Alicia Baumgartner was saying that Tara Brown turned down the fight against her. First of all, the fight was
mm,
never presented to her until after the fact. Like it was presented to Alicia way before Tierra even knew about it. That's number one. And number two, why would Tierra not want to clear out her division at 126 to be unified like Baumgartner has and jump straight up to 130? Like
Right.
business wise, professional wise, it just doesn't make
When
sense.
was it offered, by the way? Did Alicia give a timeline?
Allegedly, a few months ago, maybe a couple of months ago, allegedly. But the
Okay.
thing is that when you have other people making negotiations and you don't have any knowledge of what's going on, there's something wrong there. Because and I'm speaking from me on the outside looking in. I don't know the details. I'm just speaking from the outside, looking at what was said, looking at Tierra's response, and wondering why the
Mm.
boxer is not the boss as the boxer
Right.
should be the boss.
Well,
Um,
I'll put it this way. Oh no, IYKYK, which stands for if you know, you know,
if
right?
you know, you know.
Because I remember when IYKYK, right, with little smiley emojis were posted by Alicia Baumgartner on
Yeah.
Sky Nicholson's post before the Tara Brown fight, right?
Mhm.
If you
Mhm.
know, you
Mhm.
know, like she
Mhm.
knew what was about to happen, like Sky was
Yep.
going to give her a boxing lesson or something. The opposite
Yeah.
happened, right? And
Way
I don't know.
opposite.
I remember when Alicia Baumgartner and Sky Nicholson were at the Caesar's Palace sharing a bathtub together, cuddling up a little too much.
Right.
It's all good. I like the eye candy and everything, but I remember that, right?
Yeah.
And the deal is, it looks to me like your friend got beat up by Tara Brown. You got a problem with it, and then now you want her to
Exactly.
move
That's
up,
exactly
right?
right.
See,
That's
that's what
exactly right.
happened. At the end of the day, that's what happened, right? Plus, and it
Yes.
had to be a couple months ago because it couldn't have been over the last 2 years because Alicia Baumgartner was too busy trying to fight a case that she had with all the steroid allegations, or actually not allegations. She actually tested positive, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
Mauricio
right.
Suleiman gave her a pass after he probably saw
Hmm.
one of her posts in a bikini on Instagram, right? And Mauricio Suleiman decided, you know what? After watching her next to a waterfall with just a thong on, I think that she didn't do it on purpose, right? So it was in her system, but now that I scrolled again and I'm seeing her in this two piece in front of a bathtub, I think she's innocent, right? So, and that's what a lot of dudes decided to do. So it had to be a couple of months ago, right? And you could clip this and you could screenshot, you could send it to anybody you want to send it to. But this idea that Tara Brown is avoiding anybody or any
Yeah.
smoke
Yeah.
is absolutely insane. By the
Insane.
way, show me the amateur world championships you won. How about that? Oh no,
Right.
that's right. You got eliminated in the brackets too soon to be fighting one, right?
Yeah.
Did she even fight in a world tournament? Who fucking knows? But I will say this, right? Tara Brown, 126, featherweight champion of the world. She moves on
Hmm.
her time, not anybody else's time,
That's right.
right?
That's,
She ran Sky Nicholson out of the division, right?
yep. Sure
And
did.
she'll move up when she moves up. If you don't like it, too
Exactly.
bad, right? Like, you see, she's on her own cycle. Like, Alicia's on other types of cycles, right?
Yeah.
But the like, we're not talking about those type of cycles. We're talking about her time when she decides to move up and all that. That's what I'll say
And
about
look,
that.
look, I have nothing against like be beautiful, do you do what you got to do to sell your fight, to sell you, to market yourself, because today promoters aren't promoting as much as the people promote themselves. I get
That's
it.
right.
I get, you know what I'm saying? Um, but
I know what you're
who's
saying.
in the division? We have Amanda, okay, and we have what is it, Ninu Maniki. Let Amanda even said, "Look, it's business.
I'm not gonna
I
try to
would.
pronounce that name, by the way.
I know. I. She wants to give Tierra the fight. Like they're friends. They love each other. Like Amanda has been amazing to Tierra. And she will fight her. To leave for so that they can hash it out, whatever. And Tierra has said it. She has said it. Once I clear out vision, I will move up. But why am I going to move up and give somebody else the benefit, or you know what I'm saying, when I haven't
Yeah.
done what I to do down here in my own division? She'll move up. She will move up. Someone mentioned Thorsland's name, and I think it was Hakan in Red Corner.
Well, Thor's in
Thorsland
at
versus
118.
Brown. That here it is. That would be a fucking firefight after Tierra does what she needs to do and
Yeah, but
wants
you
to
know what
do.
Tara's not doing? She's not over here saying, "Hey, Dorsland's ducking me because she won't move up to fight
Right.
me." Like
Exactly.
Tara Brown's
That,
not doing
yes,
that.
they're in different weight classes. Exactly. She has not said that. Say it again. Say it again, please. Please say it again.
Rewind. Right?
Rewind.
Brown's not telling Dorsland, "Hey, move up and fight me," or you're ducking. That's not happening.
Exactly. Exactly. And look, this is the thing. This is the thing. 130 has a rematch with Michaela Mayer,
Mm-hmm.
okay? For Baumgartner. Can we give Christina a rematch? Can we give Christina a rematch, please? And then one time, nobody dared to say Beatrice Fiera's name until she got beat by the girl from Turkey. But you know what?
That's right.
Let's get it on. Let's get it
Let's get
on.
on. Let's do it.
Let Beatrice, and Alicia fight. There's plenty of girls there.
But by
Plenty
the
of
way,
girls
guy,
there.
I don't know who's saying that. Dina Dorsland is not featherweight, guys. She's bantamweight. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
She's lighter. She's 118 actually.
Unless you're thinking about somebody else, but Dina Dorsland from Denmark is a 118.
118. Yeah, Dina is 118. She's 118. So she's way smaller. Um, but like I said, yeah, and Dina wants Sugar Neeks, and she should fight Sugar Neeks. I mean, I'm undisputed, then she can move up. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
you
can
know
I say
what?
this?
I,
Honest to God, I can't even call Sugar Nick's undisputed, really, honestly. And the reason I can't do it is because Dina Dorsland vacated her unified belts,
yeah, yeah,
and she's still the ring champion. She's the lineal champion of the division.
yeah, yeah,
So there you go.
yeah. But I mean, technically, on paper, she's undisputed. You know, Beatrice
Yeah,
is
she
cooked
might have
since.
fought. Just to address this really quick, it was probably just a stay busy fight, brother. Maybe that's why it was at featherweight. Fighters do that all the time, but she's campaigning at 118. She's the ring
Yeah,
champion at 118. Like
yeah,
she
she
wants to
is.
fight at 118. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's true. That is very true too. But Red Corner, I wanted to talk about this. So Beatrice had cooked since Elif. So he got. I know that did something to her.
Sure.
Beatrice was at one time the boogeyman. Like nobody wanted to fight her. I've seen her
Hmm.
fight. Like I mean, she's a freaking beast. But I think that mentally that really did something to her. And I hope she's not cooked. I hope that she goes back home and gets it together and comes back stronger than before because she is a great asset to women's boxing. She really is.
For sure.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens now. Everything plays out. I just hate the narratives. I know it's part of boxing, but I think I hate it whenever you're close to somebody and whatever. Because I'm like, that's not true. That ain't true. There's many
That's
times
right.
I want to speak up, and I'm like, that's not. I know the real deal. But it is what it is. But
Yeah.
if you had to name, and this is in no order, and it doesn't mean you don't like anybody else. I already know one that you're gonna say, but just straight off the dome, the first five women, current women, they don't have to be champions that you really think are special and that you really like.
Five women that I think are right now active that I think are
Active,
special.
active, active women. Yes, they don't have champions, or they are
In
champions.
in no in no particular
No
order, I would
particular order.
say
None.
sure. In no particular order, whether I like them or not, I'll say Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor,
Hmm.
Amanda Serrano, Michaela Mayer, and Fundora.
Yeah, no, yeah. I have
And
all those. I have Tierra and
yeah,
Dubois too. Green.
Tara
Like I
Brown too. Yeah, you could say Tara Brown.
Yeah, Green. I have Green too. I have Dubois. I do. Like I always say this. Like I really like Caroline Dubois is like a baby, even though she's bigger, but like she's like a little baby mini Tierra Brown. Like
Mm,
she's coming and she has a lot of the same techniques, you know, that Tierra has, in my opinion. Because there's
for
very
sure.
few women. I can remember watching
Look, Tara
Tierra.
Brown is really good, and I don't think anybody at featherweight could beat her. Quite
Nobody
frankly,
can.
I
Nobody
just
can.
don't. There's. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was very surprised when the bookies had her like a 6-1 underdog against
See,
Sky
I
Nicholson.
wish I
I
was
couldn't
a
believe it.
betting woman because I would have won a lot of money.
And the amount of people, and we did some podcasts with them that thought she was going to get clearly outboxed, and like, I couldn't believe it. I honestly, like, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe people were that confident that. And this is not because look, Sky Nicholson's a good fighter, right?
Yeah,
Like all
she
bullshit
is.
aside, but
Yeah.
I just thought Tara's just a notch above.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And the thing is that a lot of these boxers, male, female, whoever, they're
Mm.
looking at the optics as far as the social media. What are they
Yeah,
doing? Whatever. They're not actually studying and looking to see what
sure.
they've done in the amateurs, what they've done in the pros. How are they living? Are they in the gym every day? I mean, Tier, I talked to her like a couple of Sundays ago, and I was like, I already know where you're at. You know, she's in the gym, and this is on a Sunday when she needs to be resting. But it is. Red Corner Boxing says Sky is only good and can pop now. She's moved down
Can
to
she
weight. Maybe
pop?
she needs that.
Like, can she? I mean,
I look. I personally do not talk about sparring. I will never. I don't have. I have signed NDAs whenever any of my girls or guys are sparring some of these big names that we're talking about. But
mm,
even without the NDA, I will never talk about sparring, what happens in sparring. But I would just say that, you know what? It's good that she moved down. That's what I'll say.
mm.
That's it.
Well, what I will say is this. I mean, yeah, she did stop a girl, but I mean, it was not a very high level girl, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And
you could stop a non-high level. I'm just saying.
yeah, and the last
110,
fight,
112.
her last fight, she played it so safe in that fight. I mean, come on, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, she did. She did. She did. Kane, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Um, Red Corner Boxing said, when I was at Boxing Hub a few weeks back, we interviewed Tierra and said alive, she'll be world champion. Absolutely. I mean, anybody that knows
100%.
her skill set and her commitment, and that was in 2022. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's just it is what it is. But you know what? I really believe that we serve a mighty God, and we're gonna serve her, and she's gonna get her chance. But let me just say this, and I'm not even talking about any one situation. It seems like I am because
Uh
I'm talking right behind, talking about Tierra. But all the boxers out there, listen, y'all really got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. You got to, not every, really, not everybody needs a manager. Managers are almost coming, almost like going to be a thing of the past, maybe in the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years.
nah. I think managers
Um,
are like cockroaches. I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm saying people are getting smarter and realizing they don't really need a manager. It's all about
Mm,
relationships, relationships, and a
maybe.
promoter. Your promoter needs a network relationship and things like that. But really do your
Right.
research on the people that you're dealing with and working with.
Promoters are not gonna look out for your best interest. They're gonna look
No,
out
they're
for the
not.
company's
They're
best
not.
interest.
But
Yeah.
but your team that you're with every day, they will. They will.
Sure.
And if you're not the boss and your manager is, there's a problem. There's a problem.
I,
There's always ulterior motives because at the end of the
sure.
day, a lot of them are about the money and the payout that they're going to get because they put you on the front lines before you're ready. So I'm just
Sure.
saying, look at people's careers, who
Yeah.
they've managed before, and I wish I could name names right now. Can't, and I won't. You got to do your own research.
Sure.
Just do your research. So Okay, I'm looking forward to Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holm in El Paso. Yes, I'm going to see you there. I'm going to see
Go.
you there.
Let's
I'm so
go.
excited. And D Style's going to be there too. So that's going to
Best
be great.
best lightweight in the world.
Yeah. Who?
Stephanie Hahn. Stephanie Hahn
Did you say in the world?
in the world. WBA champ. Let's go.
Okay.
The
Okay.
legend killer. The legend. She's gonna end the legend of Holly Holm. End it. In the sands of El Paso, Texas. We're gonna
Okay.
end the legacy of Holly Holm right there. Right?
Um,
For all the big Holly Holm fans, like Christine and everybody else, you just get ready. That's the end of an era.
yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
The
sir. I think
enforcer.
Holly
Let's
was
go.
sick. But anyway, who's the best
Okay.
manager? Interesting. I know two very good managers, and one of them is in fire in the hot pot right now. But I know the backstory. I know the real story, and it's going to come out. And then, of course, Sanders manager Peter Kahn. So
Wow.
is one of my
Hey,
favorites.
if you're coming to El Paso, Texas, I'll see you guys here. Shit, we
Yes,
gotta head to
absolutely,
some spots for sure. Alan
absolutely.
J's. Yeah.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. So on that note, any
Can I
last
make a point
word?
about your manager statement?
What about it?
So, about managers, here's what I want to
Yeah.
say, and I think this is what I think is going to happen. And ironically, it's returning back to like the very early days of boxing.
Hmm.
Like there was a time where people refer to the like the trainer as a manager, right? Just to kind of
Yeah.
like in
And
baseball,
they
you know.
were back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a consolidation, I believe, and I think this is good for the trainers as well. I've heard so many horror stories of trainers that train these fighters and then they don't pay them. Like it's insane, and you'll be surprised. There's some names out there like Andre
Yeah.
Ward that didn't
Yeah.
pay the trainers after they left and all that. But
Yeah.
I've just heard stories, right? I'm not even saying they're true, by the way, but all of them. But I've
It
heard
happened.
stories of fighters, and there's no protection for the trainers at all. Nothing.
No, none.
They got to go to court.
Yes,
Like
there is no contract. There is no contract. And I don't use the word trainer, but I'm
right.
just like that. I'm a coach. Like I'm because I'm not
Yeah.
only a
Well,
boxing coach, but
I
it's so
think.
much more. But no, there is no contract. I cannot write up a contract that would hold up in a court of law. And people have said, how come you contracts? Look, it's because first of all, it's almost like when you get married and you have a prenup, right? I'm not going to go into a
Yeah.
marriage with a
Man.
prenup because we're already saying we're going to get a divorce, or if we do get a divorce,
Right.
blah blah blah. The coach and fighter relationship is very
For sure.
special, close. So
We
I couldn't do it
see
even if a big event
fighters.
happened.
Well, I just want to make this point. We always see fighters that they just drop trainers at a drop of a hat, and
Yes,
that's it. Like all
they
the
blame
work
them
you
for their
put in,
losses,
all
and
the like
sometimes
just
it's their
everything,
fault.
right?
Yes,
Yeah. So I think what we're going to start seeing is a consolidation of trainer slash manager, right? Kind of like Robert Garcia is
I see it
doing.
going in that direction.
Yeah, yeah. So and it makes sense for everybody. One, if you're the manager, then you have a contract with the fighter, so it protects the trainer, right?
Hmm.
And as a fighter, then you don't have to pay two different people, right?
Right,
You're paying that one person,
right.
so it works for everyone. Also, you're going to have someone who knows the business that understands matchmaking and understands all those things, and you're
Yes.
going to have that person in your corner, right?
Hmm.
And I believe that's the direction we're going to start going
It
down
is.
the
That's
line.
exactly my
Yes.
point. And I will say this too. If a promoter does not like your manager for whatever reason, and I see it all the fucking time, I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good you are because they're not going to put you on if they don't like your manager.
Yeah, but then we got people arguing for the Ali Act, but that's what the Ali Act is supposed to protect.
Well, supposedly it's already been what reformed or whatever. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's still the traditional model is still there. It's just going to allow for leagues on the
well, there's
side,
been a
right?
lot of
So,
leaks already.
so fighters, not like this, not necessarily for like. There's like combat league and stuff, but I'm talking about a league that kind of works like the UFC, like something like that. But traditional boxing is still going to be there. Boxers are going to be able to pick. Do I want to go fight for this league over at Zuffa? Or do I want to just kind of stay in this traditional model, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's still in place. But the Ali Act is supposed to separate managers from promoters, and it's supposed to protect fighters from stuff like that you're mentioning.
I'm not trying to be ugly or whatever, and I'm not talking about at 99%. I'm talking about maybe 80.
Sure.
But managers are a lot like politicians. They're in it for
Yeah.
themselves, and
Of
they
course.
will
Yeah.
they will sell their mama for $1. So how are they going to
Yeah.
treat you? It's a doggy dog world. It is what it is. But you know what? Whenever you get these bright-eyed, bushy-tailed boxers, they're trying to make it. They have to being world champions, undisputed, and on and so far, and make so on and so forth. They're making all this money. They're gonna believe what's told to them, and
Well,
they're
I
gonna
just
pay.
wanna
They're gonna sign on the dotted line.
like I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of managers yourself, and
Absolutely.
so I get it, right? And I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. But you said about 80%. So we talk about the other 20%. I do think they're doing a phenomenal job.
Absolutely.
I personally know some managers that are doing great
Really
work,
care. Really
and
fucking care.
yeah, and they're doing great work, and they're getting the fighters paid. They're taking care of
Yeah.
everything for their fighters. And I've seen situations where fighters drop their manager,
Yeah.
and then they end up regretting it later, right? So it's just
Mhm.
one of those
Mhm.
situations. But that comes back to like you as a fighter, the people around you, like you need to consult with people before you hire
Absolutely.
somebody.
Absolutely.
So like
Do your homework.
that's
Who have they
the yeah. Do
managed?
your homework.
Who did they? How many losses do they have? What kind of fight were they put in these big fights for the money, and then you're done? Their careers were done. Man, I wish I could name names, but I can't. But do your homework, people. Do your homework.
That's
Do
right.
your homework. Do
Do
your
your
homework. Then
homework.
they want to look for new coaches. They want to look for new coaches. No, that wasn't your coach. That was your manager making a big deal. They put you in a fight before you were ready.
We're not gonna mention names, so no names. But I
No,
mean,
we're
I
not
know of a
mentioning. I will
manager.
never mention names.
I know of a manager that told one of his fighters that he needs to pay his own opponent, pay his own flight, and like I'm like, what the fuck is this dude even doing for you? Like what? Like you could do that yourself, pay your own opponent. You don't need a
Right,
manager for
right.
that.
We need the manager to tell you that for, then you give them 30%, 30 to 33%.
What have we done? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. God bless them. God
That's
bless
right.
them. Final words, bro.
Um, Shout out to Amelia Moore. By the way, she did win her NABF belt
Yes, a million more.
later
She
on,
was
and
on. She was on with us a few weeks ago.
100%. I know she injured her I believe it was her right hand, and she fought. It's on her Instagram stories. You guys can follow her on Instagram. But she mentioned about how like she had to fight one-handed.
Mm.
Just used her jab in the last round, and then she still won the round. So good on her, and then now she'll be ranked top 10 in three of the sanctioning bodies.
That's
So it
great. And
puts her
it's
right in
Han, by the
line.
way. She mentioned Han. Just saying.
Yeah, she called out Stephanie Hahn.
Yeah.
But one sword at a time. We got to take her all her own
I'm
place.
just
You know what I mean?
saying. I'm just talking about Han. So let me just put it out there.
She could fight. I would like a million more to fight that girl from Turkey. You know what I mean? I think that's a great fight. You know, I think
Well,
that's a route she should go.
it's a
Like you know
good
what I mean? That's
fight,
the
but
type
if
of
she
fight
wants
I could
Han,
get
why
behind.
not? If Han wins this next fight, then yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
And just a shout out to because the same night Pro Box had a card. Look, I really wish Pro Box would go live on Fridays or Thursdays instead of going head to head with PBC
Yeah.
or Matchroom or Golden Boy. Just because so you
Let's
don't make
bring
us
back
pick.
Thursday night fights.
Yeah. So you don't make us pick and stuff like that, and more people could watch it. But that's some good fights. But I just want to give a shout out to Cooper O'Connell, the son of Shotgun Shan O'Connell, and he had a pretty basically won every round and knocked the guy out, and that was that, and did his thing, and yeah, I just want to give him a shout out.
So Sugar is fighting, and that's O'Shea Jones. She is fighting in June. Talk to her today. She just got back from her run. She's in camp. She's getting ahead of the game. She's ready. She said,
Oh, can I
that
say one more thing?
her last performance wasn't what she wanted it to be, and she's gonna show y'all something else.
Look,
Yes.
another fighter who that you had mentioned fighters that I think are special, and I would put her up there as well. I'm a big fan of Jessica Neri Plata. I thought she won the last fight that in Puerto Rico. It was close, but I thought she won that fight. But I just want to say that she will be in El Paso on the undercard for home versus
Okay.
Han. So there you go.
Okay,
Got that.
good. I like it. I like it.
That's right.
Thank you to our chat. We have like the best chat. I know we're Women Crushing It Wednesday, and I'm the woman, D style. He's my co today. Nika, y'all saw she just got off of
You know,
work.
I'm the
She's
I'm
tired
like the
and
Ken doll
she
around here. You know
deserves
what
a
I mean? That's
break.
what I am.
I don't know about the Ken doll. Maybe
You
I don't
remember
know.
when, like, everybody's little sister was playing with the Barbies? They had the Ken doll. Like they're
Yeah.
wondering what's the Ken doll about? Like that's what I am in the show. Like I'm
I
just
think you were Ken doll like yard man. I'm just saying. I don't know.
what? Because I'm Mexican? Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Because
Yeah.
I'm Mexican,
Yeah.
right? Is
I,
that
I,
what it
I was living
is?
the cocina right now.
You know what I mean? What are we doing?
No, but and then
Yeah.
Crystal has Golden Gloves. So, but tune in Wednesday. We
Like
always have the
on?
Juicy
She has
Talk.
them on?
She has what on?
Golden gloves on?
She has the Golden Gloves on. She is a
There you go.
Golden
There you go.
Glove.
Shout out to Crystal.
Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Nika. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Hey, you want the real talk, juicy talk? Y'all know where to go. I appreciate you, D Style. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Peace. Oh, like D Style would say, peace.
Peace.
Peace. And we're out. Okay, I think we're out.